Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jay Ranke on the LJ Ranke Travel Channel. I am standing in front of the state capitol in Bismarck, North Dakota, because I want to talk to you about something that is not in North Dakota and has nothing to do with the state capitol in North Dakota. I want to talk to you about Antarctica. And the reason I'm standing in front of the capitol is because when I've taught about Antarctica to my students, and as an English teacher, these are things I talk about, okay? Just bear with me on that one. I use the state capitol of North Dakota as a means to illustrate items about Antarctica. First of all, you need to understand that Antarctica is the average elevation of Antarctica is higher than any other continent in the world. In the lower 48, the highest mountain we have is Mount Whitney in California, 14,505 feet tall. In Antarctica, there are 8 mountains taller than Mount Whitney in California. That's a lot of mountains, people. That's a lot of elevation. However, what I want to point out today is the South Pole. Now, in the North Pole is in the Arctic Ocean, okay? You can't ever go to the North Pole. There is a South Pole. It is on land. And the elevation of the land where it is 330 feet, I believe, above sea level, which would be about the equivalent of one state capitol in North Dakota plus, and this is 241 feet, so another 90 feet. So not quite 1.5 times. That's the elevation above sea level for the North Pole or the South Pole in Antarctica. However, you need to understand, no one has ever stood on the South Pole of Antarctica because the South Pole is covered with ice. And this is the statistic that knocks my socks off, okay? Above the landmass where the South Pole is in Antarctica, the ice is so thick it would take this building, add it on top of itself once, twice, 3 times, keep going, people. You would need to add the state capitol to itself 38 times to equal the thickness of the ice above the South Pole in Antarctica. Isn't that amazing? The elevation of the land is low, but you'll never stand there because you got to take this building 38 times to make it equivalent to the thickness of the ice above the South Pole. So, I think that's really interesting, and I'm glad to share that with you. And I'm grateful that the capital of North Dakota gives me a means to sort of explain that to you. So, even though it has nothing to do with North Dakota or the state capitol, Antarctica's got some interesting information. And there you have it. Thank you for joining me. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.